Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to the Adult Table, the freeform conversation show where it's just two friends talking shit and no topic is ever off limits. I, of course, am your... Yes, sir. I, of course, am your slightly inebriated host, Trav, joined here by, as always, by my fellow host, the man who
also slightly inebriated. We're working on being slightly inebriated. Not
hey,
there
you
yet.
know what? It's all good, brother. Short week for
I'm
some
trying
of
like
us.
Yeah, it's actually a long week for me. It kind of sucks, but sometimes in my line of work, the holiday week is not always the short week.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta. So I'm giving to get right now. So I'm giving up a little bit this week.
Well, you're kind of in a profession where the whole thing stands upon the foundation of which is built upon people having to be watched.
Yes,
accounted for, and make sure they're playing nice with the rest of society.
Well, no, not with the rest of society, just with themselves.
Yes, but to them that is their own society.
They're off from society, which is a great thing. But no, yes, the whole job is predicated on somebody has to be there because we don't close. So they don't care.
Yeah, it's almost like they can't be trusted and have to have monitors in place.
They have to be. Some would say, people ask me all the time, like, "What do you do for a living?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm a professional cat herder." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "I work in corrections." And they're like, "Oh, and then they're like, "Oh, that's a really hard job." And I'm like, is it though?
Yes, for you.
Yeah. I was like, maybe for you, not for me. I love my job, actually. I'm one of the few people that goes to work every day, and I'm like, I'm just fucking happy to be there because it's so much fun. Like it really is just fun. We have a blast.
Well, as I was about to say, the man, my fellow co-host here.
I just rudely interrupted.
I'd say it was politely. You did it pretty politely. It was just on very conversational style, which is natural.
Which is the format of the show. If you are picking up what I'm putting down.
I know. I have no idea what you're talking about. But yes, the man who probably resembles and is about the size roughly of a Thanksgiving Day balloon during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, the vanilla gorilla himself, Mr. Joey Fats. How you doing, brother?
I am good. I'm very good. It is a good week. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year, actually.
It's a fun one. I mean,
it is. Someday I'll get Thanksgiving off again. Probably not anytime soon. Probably not till I retire, but it is one of my favorite weeks of the year. Like, I always remember, like, this week, like, especially when we were in school, this is like the best week of the year. Because you knew you went in like Monday, Tuesday were just total, like, nobody was doing anything. You're like, if a long weekend.
If you're a college student and you spent, you lived on campus, or even if you didn't, I mean, I did, but it wasn't far away. It was Worcester, so hour. Hour and a half if you take 495. But
where'd you go to college?
Becker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's no longer. COVID killed it. It was already like a small private school to begin with on two different campuses, but I think the facilities got absorbed into the rest of the Worcester consortium that it was a part of. So your WPIs, your Clarks.
Yeah, Worcester is like it's like the Cleveland of Massachusetts.
Kinda.
Yeah, they're just like, come check out both of our buildings. You're like, all right.
I mean, the Palladium's great. Ton of great shows there.
That's true. The Worcester Palladium is a legendary venue.
Dude, I walked down the street to go to a P-Funk show with my then roommate, Will, and we were smoking a joint on the way there, waiting to get in line. But then who do I see? Packing up their gear in the parking lot, but none other than Beyond the Embrace.
No way.
And they were like, Trav, what the fuck? And I'm like, shit, you guys were playing upstairs tonight? And they were like, yeah, the show just ended. They're like, fucking P-Funk's here now. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm here. If I knew you guys were playing upstairs, I would have been here all day. And they were like, hey, man, most of us will see you in there. We're seeing, like, only one of us is driving home. The rest of us are here to see P-Funk, too. Like, we paid to get in. as well. Like,
that's awesome. That's fucking great.
Worcester's good for that.
Yeah, my wife went to Holy Cross.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
When we went out, like her and I, we went out a couple of times when she went there, but not really. Like there was a few places we went. I remember going one night to this bar, and there was a Beirut tournament going on, and we were too late to like get in it, but like we played a couple of side games, and I was just fucking running train on everybody because anybody who knows me knows that Beirut's kind of my thing. And my wife and I were like there, and I think it was a Snatch Alley tournament, which is the company, the Beirut, the promoter, the guys that they did a lot of like tournaments all over the state, whatever. Nonetheless, but we went to this place. It was a really, really big bar. It was actually pretty cool, but it was definitely like a college bar, and it was a lot of college people. And they had like ton of TVs, loud music. It was pretty dope. I remember going there, but we never really went out too much when I went up to see her if I visited her there, because obviously I wasn't driving 90 minutes to Worcester to go out to a bar and hang out. I was like, no, we're going in your dorm room and close the door. Yeah. We have as Beavis would say,
I saw the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
and it was good.
And it was good. Oh my god, the new Beavis and Butthead episode. I honestly have to say, I think I'm enjoying the new Beavis and Butthead season more than I'm enjoying South Park.
I haven't caught up on that.
Ever happened in my entire life.
I need to catch up on that because I keep up with South Park. I haven't on Beavis and Butthead. Most of the rest of the time, I'm watching dumb shit on Netflix.
My next venture to get back into is going to be King of the Hill. The new King of the Hills look fucking hilarious.
I started it. I haven't finished it, but I have enjoyed what I've seen so far. It's
one of my brothers watched them, and he said they are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're very funny. It's like Mike Judge and company didn't skip a beat in terms of being consistent with what King of the Hill is.
I think it's safe to say we can put Mike Judge on the same tier as Matt and Trey.
Yes. I think I already said that, or we discussed this and agreed.
Yeah, like I think like The Simpsons and Mike Judge and Matt and Trey are like on a different level. Family Guy like has its moments where you're like, oh, we could put Seth MacFarlane up there. But then they go through like these ruts where it's like
I would say they're all, even Seth MacFarlane, or at least you have to bring them up in the conversation culturally for what they've done with animation.
Cultural impact. Yeah, that's undeniable.
That's like the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but like I would put Seth MacFarlane and them like I would put him like just a shade below.
Yeah,
the other three, because like obviously South Park is the king. I like this season or these last whatever season 26 and 27, 28. Whatever, like
notwithstanding those,
so far, like okay, they're funny, but they're not like legendary South Park funny, but they're still funny.
Dude, they're Kerry Strug in the 1994 Olympics.
Yeah,
she's got a broken leg. Like you hope she sticks the landing, but she hasn't got up there yet to do it. So,
but I think like, and I think my beef with this South Park season, these two like this run so far. And I think it came to me the other night as I was talking to a buddy of mine at work who's also a huge South Park fan, and he just hates this season. He's like, dude, it sucks. Like I've never been more disappointed in my life, because he's like, South Park was like the one constant that never let me down, and now I just feel like I'm being let down like every single week, and it fucking sucks. Like it's like ripping the hearts out of some South Park fans, and he's not an overly political guy either. Like he's not somebody who's like,
no, he just.
They're fucking making fun of Trump too much, and they didn't do it. Like
he has valid reasons that aren't overreactions. He's just like, it's just not working for me.
It's not right. It's just they tried it, and I get it. They tried, it failed. Okay, that's fine. I think my beef with it, and I think we worked this out, like him and I through the conversation, was that the problem I have with these seasons is that it's very like Trump, Satan, JD Vance centric, and the main characters are just like side pieces.
That's why last week was a good sign for me, at least. I'm taking it as that they focus more on the kids,
right? And that's why I think last week was my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, same with like the Labubu one, because that heavily featured Butters.
Oh yeah, Labubu one was great.
Any Butters episode, give me that's like right up there with Randy for me. It's like, okay, I can get behind.
There's like, I ain't saying nothing, and like it's so fucking good. But I think that was my biggest beef with it. I think that's what it came down to, is that it's not based around the characters that we're used to. Like, we haven't seen Mackie since episode 2.
Yeah, what they need, that's a loose end they need to tie up.
And I mean, like, and I get, like, typically they don't tie up loose ends, but like, because every show is like supposed to be a fresh start. But like I said, they're blurring the lines between fresh start every episode and having a continuing arc. So
yeah,
I get, like, I don't know, like, I don't mind the Trump Satan storyline. I think that has like its own merit.
Yeah, it has its moments.
I feel like this season would have been better suited as a special. Does that make sense? Like, I think they could have taken like 5 or 10 minutes from each of these episodes, cut out all the other crap, and then just made it like a 90-minute special.
Or, you know what? Take everything that is like Trump and Satan related, make those the bookends to the season. So 2 specials, or maybe just 1.
Yep.
But have the rest of the season be parallel to that. You know, still taking place at the same time. Maybe they're going to reference that.
Right, but they're independent of each other.
Yes. I want them to, I hope, like, we theorized what the butt baby between Trump and Satan would be. What we think Matt and Trey would consider the Antichrist, or at least the funniest version of it for them. It could literally be anything or anyone. So I don't want to put much stock into that or even really speculate too much anymore.
It's going to be like Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Or like Tom Brady.
Yeah, once again. Because, yeah, they're Denver fans.
Comes out, he's like, hey, guy, what's going on? And it's just like Tom Brady. He's like, hey, man, want to fuck my wife? Oh, you do jiu-jitsu? Want to fuck my wife? Like, you're...
Yeah.
Something stupid like that. Like,
sure, it could be something like that. But what I hope is they finish that, they put a bow on this fucking story arc that they've been doing for these 2 seasons, quote unquote. It's 1.
Yeah, it's 1.
And then they move on, and whatever they do next with the show really has nothing to do with this, and they just start anew, and hopefully I want to see the end of the serialization of the series. I want it to go back to self-contained. Like, there can be things that still tie the episodes together, but we don't need this overarching narrative.
Yeah.
Let's get back to what made it great in the first place. It's just random shit happens to the kids. Sometimes, and then they expanded it. Oh, now it's happening to Randy, or now it focuses on just a couple of the other. Or hey, here's the goth kids. Like that. Those episodes are great because they're funny characters. Because it's hilarious. Like, it's
like one of my favorite goth kid episodes was when they had like the vamp kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's like the random black guy in the room, and he's like, I'll tell you right now, if one of you motherfuckers isn't who they say they is, I will go crazy on your ass. And I bet you is this little Negro right here. Like, and he's just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, and he just tags along with him for the rest of the episode. You're like, what? Like,
I think it's presumed that he's friends with like the vampire kids.
Well, he was a vamp kid. He was a vamp kid himself. Like,
yes, but he's clearly like an adult, and
yeah, he's clearly a fully.
I think he's just a black male adult who is like probably the only other person in town that is into this
chef shit.
Well, I mean, the only other person into the being basically like live role playing Vampire the Masquerade,
right?
That kind of shit.
But yeah, that was but those are the funny moments. Like that's the shit that made the show great.
And it's still there here and there.
It is. It hasn't left. It's just been, again, like, I just feel like the Trump centric angle they took was the wrong one. Like, it should have been like based around the kids and then sprinkle in the Trump JD Vance stuff. But I honestly think, like, I think we're gonna find out, like, down the road that they have like a wicked personal beef with Trump over something, or like they're like, or lawyers or something like that, or or maybe we'll find out that, like, this is not what Paramount wanted. Paramount was like, don't do Trump shit. Don't touch Trump. We don't want to get sued. Fuck you guys. And they were like, oh, really?
Well, they admitted that in an interview. They both said, oh, wait, you kind of, it's kind of not okay to talk about that right now. All right, we're going to do it. Hence,
we're going to do it. Right.
Them going directly after the guy from the FCC.
So if it's funny, like, and again, the FCC one was honestly, that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes episode. It was good.
Which was great. But like, I hope we get like some explanation and like some, like, we're gonna need, like, I'm gonna need more than 3 minutes of commentary on the DVD explaining why they went the route that they did on this one. Like, I know they hate talking about their own work, but like, guys, like, I'm gonna need you to do like 10, 15 minutes on this and explain to me why this was funny and why it's funny to you and help me understand it. Because as it stands right now, this is the least rewatchable season I can possibly imagine ever having lived through. And it's not even close.
I can easily say that now. I'd say in terms of me liking it to disliking it percentage wise, I'm honestly at like a 40% dislike. Or 50% dislike and 40%
I'm like 55-45 if you want to split hairs and be
sure.
Like,
hey, that's fine.
There are moments like I watched like the Christy Noem episode the other night, the Ice episode, and like Christy Noem just being like, Jesus Christ, and just like shooting puppies.
Yeah, because like, it's ridiculous. That like it
was so stupid.
It's so like, over exaggerated. That's what makes it funny. Because it's
like Pomsky puppy, and she's like, hi, and he just blows it away for no reason. Well, like, again, but like that whole, like, that joke stems from like her book and being like when she had to put down a dog and everybody gave her a bunch of shit for it.
Yeah, everyone on the left that completely took that out of context stated it like she just shot her dog out of cold blood for no good reason. Like,
dog wouldn't listen to me, so I shot it. It's like, no, dude, like, you live on a ranch on a farm. Like, dogs have a purpose out there. They're not pets. Like, they're tools. And
all your animals do, and that is
you get rid of it.
That's you doing it yourself as opposed to going to a vet and having it euthanized. It's the same thing. If if a horse breaks its leg,
yeah, sorry, Barbaro, you got to go.
Hey, Seabiscuit, see you later.
Yeah,
you had a good run. Many good runs, in fact. Some of
the best runs. Some of the best runs. Some would say the best runs.
We're going to give Seabiscuit the posthumous Congressional Medal of Honor.
But no, like, all those jokes like stem from like truth and like in real life, and that's funny, and I like that, and that made me laugh. But like, also, like, I don't know, like, it's just like it feels like they're satirizing and undermining like what I consider to be like a kind of a serious issue too. And like, I know that's their point, like, and I know I don't want to keep beating up South Park all night, but like, it just like, I'm like, no, like if you when they like that report that, and maybe we'll segue into this because there was that report came out a couple days ago, where there was like the teacher in North Carolina that said, I had 16 students in my class. ICE raided the city. I have 4 students in my class. And you're like, wait, what? Like, so 12 kids are either, their parents are either hiding from ICE or they've been detained and deported by ICE. Like, so wait, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, you mean to tell me that 75% of your classroom was made up of illegal immigrants? And you're like, holy shit, like, that's kind of a fucking problem. Like, forget the fact for a second, like, yeah, okay, everybody's like, oh, that's so mean, like, the children, and think about the children. Like, no. Fuck you, empathetic fucking liberal retards.
Well,
like,
their parents didn't think about their own children.
Yeah, if their parents actually cared about their children, they'd have been doing it. Well, we got to be better than their parents. No, the fuck we don't. No, that's not our problem. Fuck you. But like, you mean it's like, I think if everybody could see how bogged down our system is because of waste, fraud, and like illegal immigrants, I think most Americans would have a fucking heart attack.
It's beyond staggering.
Like, even just like, and I'll just use this as an anecdotal evidence. Like, someone I know, I won't name names or anything like that. Someone I know works in the medical field, was basically asked to commit Medicaid fraud the other day by their boss. And they were like, no, like, you can't do that. Like, and they're like, well, why not? We just got to do it this way and then bill it this way. And then we'll still get, and they're like, no, that's fraud. And they're like, and the boss like threw a hissy fit because they were like, no. And they left. And I'm like, and they're like, and the person was like, they were like, do you know how often that goes on? Like office. I mean,
I would say basically all day, every day.
Yeah, just think about this, like the healthcare networks that we have, all the different offices, whether they're like specialty offices, like, you know, like I'm talking like everything from chiropractors all the way up to like ENTs and, you know, eye doctors and all this shit that are funded by federal like Medicare and Medicaid, and they're getting ripped off by doctors and people and office managers who are like, they have quotas to meet and budgets to hit and all this other stuff, and they're looking to cut corners, and they do. So imagine in this one little corner of Massachusetts, just like Fairhaven, Fall River, New Bedford, Westport, like Lakeville, Taunton, like our little corner down here,
South Coast, baby.
the South Coast. Think about how much of that is probably going on in every single office that you see.
Yeah, and it's not just the big ones either.
Hundreds of millions of dollars are being wasted on fraudulent bullshit. And then we, the consumer, the people, are being asked to pick up the tab through our health insurance premiums. Like, if people could see how much waste and fraud actually exists in their day-to-day lives. I mean, my brother used to work at Monroe, for Christ's sakes, out behind BJ's on Route 6.
Monroe.
And they would charge people for alignments, and they wouldn't do them. Like, they just wouldn't do them. They're just like, yeah, all right, we got an alignment, 4 tires, alignment, this, that, the other thing. They'd slap the 4 tires on, see you later, charge them for the alignment.
Yeah, and then like 3 days later, that person comes back with like 2 blown out tires because it wasn't aligned.
Not even, because they wouldn't know. They would have no idea. They would just say they did it, and then they wouldn't. And they're like, well, we did it, and there was no proof that they didn't do it. And they're like, well, could be something more significantly wrong with your car. Let's take a look. And then boom, then they're hitting you with a service bill for $1,500 on some bullshit you didn't need. And I know this because my brother told me he like confronted his boss about it and was like, why are we not doing the alignment when we're charging for him? And his boss just went, well, you know, that kind of blurs a line. You know, that might not be the right thing to do, but we don't have time to do all the alignments that we get scheduled in a day.
Then you don't schedule
and it was like, so if we did that, we wouldn't get enough vehicles in to stay open. So we have to charge people to not do them. He's like, it's just the way it is. And my brother was like, that's fucking bullshit.
That's completely illegal.
And my brother got him back. Like, him and his buddy like literally defecated in a bag and then just smeared it all over his car.
Great. Yeah, I mean, he deserves far worse than that.
This dude, when if I told you the stories, the way this guy used to rip people off at the Monroe Shocks and Struts behind BJ's, the BJ's Auto Center, like if I told you how much this guy ripped people off, you would be like, we need more people like your brother, because like this, my brother was fighting the good fight. He was doing God's
clearly. I mean,
the charging people like $185 to do an alignment and not even doing it was just the tip of the iceberg. Like they would charge people for oil changes and not even fucking add oil to the cars.
See, you're just pantomiming. You're playing with toys at that point because nothing's actually getting done. You're just saying, hey, we put the car up in the lift. Hey,
yeah, we get paid. Whatever. Who cares? Like, does it matter if the car gets done? They don't give a shit. People.
Yeah, they're not. At the end of the day, they're not providing the service that they were paid to do. So
they weren't. And so that's my point
by default fucking illegal in terms of running a business.
And like, but my point is like, but imagine like if you could see every business behind the curtain, every business, every place that does that. And then you look at it from like a healthcare standpoint, an education standpoint.
Yes.
Government run, taxpayer funded entities that need our tax dollars in order to exist. And then you look at the waste, fraud, and just bullshit going on behind the scenes. People would be fucking livid, dude. They would lose their fucking minds. And this isn't just like a right or a left thing. This is across the board.
It's
Like
a common sense. I mean, look no further than USAID.
Correct. Oh yeah, we need $80 million to fund Sesame Street in Iraq.
Yeah, or
Okay,
the Department of Education in general, and how it's not actually paying teachers; it's paying for bloated administrative payrolls and unnecessary positions that frankly don't need to exist.
Don't need to exist. And then all they do is jack up prices. Like my favorite one for this week, and this is a great point. And thank you, South Park, for getting us off on this tangent here, because this is actually very relevant shit and kind of relevant to what we were going to talk about anyway. I'm sure you saw the whole the list of all the degrees that the federal government is no longer considering like a professional degree.
And they did put in nursing there, yeah.
They put in nursing to like certain levels of nursing, but not all. Like there's still like I don't know how like the nursing ranking works, but it's like you can't just go be like I'm a nurse at I'm gonna go be a nurse at a retirement home and wipe asses and change bedpans all day. Like that, yeah, that level, like very entry level was considered like
it is. Yeah, that's how the college
the nurses that actually save lives, they're still considered professional degrees.
Yeah, ER and yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I thought that was a great thing to do, and my wife and I talked about it because she's in the healthcare field, so she's got a kind of a very firsthand view of it, and she's like, no, she's like, this is good. She's like, because now it's going to it's gonna strengthen the mark, like it's gonna strengthen. It's going to galvanize the workforce that's already there. So the people that already have those degrees are going to become more sought after because there's going to be less people coming into the fields. And she's like, and that's going to drive our rates up. Because if there's less of me, my wife's an audiologist. She does ears, right? She's an ear doctor. She goes, if there's less ear doctors, there's less people to hire, which means I can now charge more for my services.
Yeah.
Which is better for me. Now, there's still going to be a demand for them. She's like, but we're already so far behind on the demand just in her particular field.
Right. Yeah, because
it's far behind that
it's a specialist position, which is needed, of course.
But her specific position is extremely understaffed across the country. So she's like, yeah, great. Like I can go anywhere I want now and just, pretty much name my price. And with less people coming in, she's like, it's good. And then on top of that as well, what you're doing is you're taking money out of the fucking colleges' pockets. These colleges with their overinflated tuitions, their overinflated costs, all this overinflated bullshit, because the schools get private, they get state and federal funding. Yeah. And then they force the children, like the students to come in. Think about the kids. They force the children. It's all about the children. They force the children to take out loans from the federal government, by the way, that are predatory loans. So they're getting state and federal funding, and then they're making the students take out money from the Fed and then pay interest on the money, which they're then giving to the school, who's already getting funded by the state and the Fed.
Yeah.
It's like they're triple dipping. And then who's left? Who's left with the fucking tab at the end? That fucking kid who's now, oh, great, I'm 23, I graduated. I've got a master's degree or a doctorate or whatever, and look at me, like I made it. Cool. What do you have to show for it? $500,000 in student debt. A job that pays me about $90,000 to $100,000 a year.
Got this fancy piece of paper framed.
Yeah, and maybe if I'm lucky someday, like I might make enough money to, I might be able to open up my own practice and make enough money to pay this off. Like that's it, dude. Like it's an absolute fucking shit show. So the reason for getting rid of all of this stuff and reason for dialing all this shit back is it's supply and demand. But the ultimate problem is if let's just say like UMass Dartmouth, for example, great nursing program, right? Let's say 20 years ago, it cost $10,000 for the year to go there. Now, 20 years later, it costs $40,000 for that same nursing program. The nurses are still making the same amount of money or close to it that they were 20 years ago. Percentage-wise, they're not even close to making what the tuition is increased to.
Right.
So now what you used to be able to get a $10,000 education and a $100,000 a year job, let's say, now you're paying $50,000 or $60,000 to get that $100,000 a year job.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't add up. Like it's so all and who's winning?
Well, I mean, it eventually does, but not in a fair amount of time, I'd say. Like where you'd reasonably be able to pay it off, right. and then be like, okay, I can now build and save.
And this speaks to the larger issue at hand, which is how do you get young kids to vote for communists like Zoran Mondani? Oh, I don't know. Why don't we bury them in student debt, make houses completely unaffordable, flooding the country with illegals and letting them live there and gobble up the housing markets, make everything totally fucking expensive so they can't afford anything. You will own nothing and you will like it. That is the communist mantra. And so what are we doing? So, of course, when, somebody like Mondani comes up and he's like, we want, we're going to make buses free and we're going to make college tuition free and we're going to make this free and we're going to bring down the cost of this. And
that's why he won. He's making these ridiculous promises.
We're going to put caps on rent, promising shit that he can't possibly deliver on, by the way. But
and then,
if you're a 20-year-old kid or a 21-year-old kid with $100,000 in student debt hanging over your head, not a penny to your name, you're working paycheck to paycheck just to pay your rent, your bills, and all your other shit because your rent is so exorbitant. So now you're thinking like, oh, we're going to put rent caps on. Oh, well, that would be great. That would lower my rent by half. Yeah, that's not how this works. Like, you can't do that. But these kids see that and they think, well, fuck, that sounds like it would benefit me. Of course I'm going to vote for this guy.
Yeah, he gave them I can understand why he won because in a one way he kind of parallels what Trump was doing in 2016 during that presidential run in targeting people that were financially stressed out and being like, hey, no, we got to get rid of big government, we got to but in a different way, of course.
Yeah,
but Mondani, he doesn't have the foresight nor the plan, clearly, to execute what he promised, because one, they're empty promises, and two, there's no way he can do it.
I mean, he can have all the plans he wants, but he's like, we're going to raise the corporate tax rate by 9%. And Kathy Hochul's like, the fuck you are?
Yeah.
She's like, what are you, trying to sink my state, you fucking idiot? Get the fuck out of here.
But the thing, too, when it comes to the public transportation, and another one of his policies, he's not very pro-police. The thing is, if you're gonna even enable free public transportation, that means you have to balance that out with increased security. Because now everybody's gonna be on this thing. We know what can happen on public transportation with somebody. Whether it's somebody stabbed or set on fire.
Or just set on fire, whatever.
Yeah.
And God forbid you put the perp in a fucking chokehold and he dies because he overdoses while he's being choked out,
And then be acquitted because you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, like Daniel Penny. But yeah, but he still had to lawyer up and fight for his fight for his life.
Oh, and people wanted to hang him in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah. That guy had the whole weight of the New York State government coming down on him. Because he murdered this poor innocent black man. It's like, no, he didn't. He was acting in self-defense. Like,
and he subdued.
He just impersonated Michael Jackson. What was wrong with that? I don't know. If I see somebody impersonating Michael Jackson on a train, I'm gonna probably be inclined to think they're kind of fucking weird. Like,
make sure they're nowhere near any children.
Yeah, get on the train. Also, oh, what do you like to prey upon? Allegedly. But yeah, I'm gonna think you're fucking weird. Like, if I see somebody dancing on a train and doing like performative art, I'm gonna be like, all right, you fucking weirdo. Like, can you just sit the fuck down and ride the train like the rest of us? Like, is this where you come to get an audience? Like, oh, we're all trapped here now. We have to watch you. Like,
you're a captive audience, yeah.
Yeah, like that's fucking bullshit. Shit, sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to fucking. So I was on a cruise a couple of years ago, right? And my wife and I are in the hot tub, and we see this girl who shaved head, like clearly looks like it's transitioning to be a boy, and it cornered us in the hot tub one night. It was like, oh, she's like, do you guys go to the karaoke thing? And my wife and I are like just making conversation. Like, we're talking to this other couple from I forget where they were from, but they were both like Coast Guard, and they were really cool.
So like, yeah, they were from the Midwest.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but they were like, they worked in the Coast Guard. They were like all tatted up, like they were super fucking cool. Like they had some fucking sick artwork on them too. But nice. They were wicked nice people, and we're talking to them, and like they get up and leave, and as they left, this girl, like, or guy, whatever he is slides in the hot tub. And my wife and I are like trying to mind our own business. We're trying to like talk to this other couple, whatever. And next thing you know, like there's like 4 or 5 couples in there. We're all talking, and she's like, or he's like, oh, do you guys go to karaoke? And we're like, yeah, of course. Like karaoke's fun as shit on the boat. Like it's a good time. And she's like, oh, well, she's like, do you guys mind? She's like, I'm actually trying out for The Voice. Now, keep in mind, there's at least one person on every cruise ship you go on that is trying out for The Voice.
Yeah.
And it's wicked annoying. And they always get up there and they always do karaoke. And by like the third night, they'll do a couple of songs. And then by like the third night, they'll be like, hey, so like, you know, they don't have the song that I really wanted to do on karaoke. So like, do you guys mind like if I just do it a cappella for you? Like trying out for The Voice. And this is my rehearsal song. And like, as soon as I hear that, that's me and my wife's cue to leave. So we're like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, or the people that take it too seriously. That
yeah, it's just, when you want to stick around and see this train wreck in live in real time, and it's always fucking terrible. And they always sing some song nobody fucking knows, and they're like, feel it. So this girl corners us in the hot tub, and she's like, oh, she's like, do you guys mind if like I give you like a little sample of what I'm gonna do tonight? And we're like, sure, go nuts. And just starts like serenading a group of like, I don't know, call it like 30 to 50-year-old adults, like 8 to 10 of us in the hot tub and like eyes closed, just singing away. Like I like slid out of the hot tub mid while it was singing, and my wife's like, fuck you, like so pissed. And we're just like, oh, and I came back with like a couple drinks. I obviously didn't leave my wife there to like hang out to try that bad. But I was just like, yeah, I come back. And she's like, oh, thank you. And everybody's just like, oh, yeah, golf clap. Yeah, great. Yeah, I can't wait. We'll see you at karaoke tonight. She's like, oh, thank you guys so much. I have such anxiety about performing. And, you know, this just like really helps me bring me out of my shell. We're like, oh, no. We're like, God damn it, dude. Fucking just go fucking hang it up in your cabin already.
I love to do karaoke because it's fun, and I'm just having fun when I'm doing it.
Yes, that's the whole point.
If it's a competition, sure, I take it a little bit more seriously. I haven't done one in a while, but...
yeah, but I'm not a competitive karaoke singer. I like to do, like, give me the loot, party up, and jump around. Those are my 3 go-tos.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because those are the 3 totally songs fine. I know the words to that gets everybody going.
But
Granted,
I
can't
do
really do 2 out of those 3 anymore. Too many N-words, and I'll probably get fired. But you know,
no, I do get up there. I move around. I have fun. It's all in good fun. I mean, maybe if I was even if I was a contestant on a show like that, I wouldn't be announcing it like pre that or anything.
Oh, it's so pathetic,
and especially subject people.
Yeah, and
when again like, a captive audience sort of scenario, and
yeah, it's like being stuck on the subway with one of these weirdos, and then like, you know, the only difference is like at least on the subway, if the guy gets fucking belligerent, I can put him in a chokehold and, you know, and whatever, I'll be okay.
But it's like here, no, they threaten me with singing.
Yeah, like, oh no, like they threatened to do a song a cappella on karaoke, and the cops just like, yeah, you know what, no charges pressed here, we're good. See you later.
Well, you're rich and white. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah. But like that's like basically the same thing as being stuck on a train with like some dancing weirdo, and you're just like, dude, like no, like I'm not.
Oh, and they'll say, well, that's part of the experience of going to New York City. That's just part of it. And I'm like, yeah, and I don't like that part of it. Like I don't like a whole lot of parts of New York. I've been over a dozen times to New York City. Had some good times there. Had some weird times there.
Yeah, a lot of weird times. Actually.
But I can't actually say I'm like a fan of it. It's just
no.
There's too many people, and I like a city experience here and there, But as I've gotten older, I've realized, I prefer solitude over that. So I'd rather live somewhere like maybe city. No, all right, half an hour to Providence from where I'm at, an hour to
Yeah, that's good.
Boston. Okay, great. But otherwise, I'm still on the coast in a somewhat quiet town next to a loud city,
Yeah,
a
that's probably
small one.
the closest I want to be. It's like It's like John Rocker. Remember John Rocker, the pitcher for the Braves?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's just like he's like, I can't imagine living in New York.
Hey,
He's like, I don't like foreigners, and they're like, preach.
well, I can't say I disagree with him on that.
I can't disagree with anything he said. Actually, I wish I
honestly, he
could,
didn't really say anything wrong.
No, he didn't. He just spoke his truth.
And the thing is, like, woke culture wasn't a thing back then. It's just it was perceived what he said as basically they were putting like a KKK Robin Hood on his head.
Yeah, they were just basically like, he's ignorant, and we were like, is he though? Is he? Sounds pretty base to me.
He's a good old boy, and he didn't actually say anything offensive. Like,
no, it wasn't wrong either. Like, dude, like I don't want to go to fucking, like imagine going on the train, and like somebody just dumps a fucking gallon of gas on some fucking poor girl and lights her on fire,
like for no reason.
For no reason. Okay, first of all, like yeah, like okay, it's not me that's getting the gallon of gas dumped on me. Like I understand that,
but why is this happening? Like why?
Like also, I don't want to be there for that either. Like that's fucking horrendous. And then you find out this jackass has been fucking arrested 72 fucking times, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, like, there's the problem.
Like, and then you got the judge, who's this like fat black Latina bitch, who's just like, she's like, and when they said, all right, it's the honorable judge, whatever, blah blah blah. She's like, a black police officer looked at me and just gave me a nod, and I was like, we doing this, like this happening, and it's like, bitch, you are such a diversity hire, and you don't even fucking realize.
It's like she should have been one of those spin-off judge shows.
Yeah,
it's like no, this isn't a real like.
You shouldn't have
Judge Mills Lane. Like everybody loved Mills Lane.
I'll allow it.
Exactly, but he was not. I think he actually was a judge at one point in his career.
One point, yeah, he was. Then he became a referee.
Yeah, and then okay, at least he had the background, but that's just like giving a judge show to Judge Reinhold, which was a joke on like 30 Rock or.
It's like Judge Judy, dude. Like she might have been a lawyer at one point. She's not a judge. She's a judge on TV. She's a TV judge.
Yeah, and granted, they do settle those cases in there.
They do.
Legally, but she's a judge in character, not in actual practice.
Yeah, the theatrics of the courtroom are hammed up for TV.
It's the People's Court all over again, just like with Wapner. Court. Definitely Wapner.
Yeah,
but it's also with the potential of like mild Jerry Springer type arguments.
Correct.
Like they're not throwing chairs at each other and they're not allowed to, engage physically.
They're not allowed to physically engage. Yeah, they go. Except no, didn't one of the bailiffs, one of the court officers, get his own like spin-off? Like kind of like Steve did. Remember Steve was Jerry's.
Yeah, Steve Wilkos show.
Yeah,
and it's like
what? They all just get there going.
He had zero qualifications to be a fucking host. Like, dude, he's just Steve.
I remember my sister-in-law was home sick one day when my wife and I first started dating, and my sister-in-law was still in high school at the time. And she was like, and she would just she sat home like watching TV like we all did, like daytime television. And she was like, I remember like I went by my girlfriend's house because like, she lived at home. And I went by and Lindsay was there and she's like laughing her fucking ass off. And I'm like, what are you watching? She's like, you don't watch the Steve Wilkos show? I'm like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, it's Jerry Springer's old bodyguard, the ball guy. I'm like, yeah, I remember him. She's like, yeah, I remember Steve. Oh, that's Steve. He's got his own show now. And we sat there, her and I, because we were waiting for my wife to get home. And me and my sister-in-law sat there for like an hour watching the Steve Wilkos show. And everyone
what the fuck is this?
Everyone just goes, Steve,
yeah.
Steve, like just yelling. We're like, why do they just keep yelling his name? Like it was the funniest fucking shit.
Meanwhile, he's just trying to host like an irrelevant talk show that has zero premise.
And which is like, my sister-in-law is like, I don't know, like 13, 14, 15 years old, something like that. So she's like wicked young. And like I was, I think 21, 22 at the time. Like I don't know, like, and like like her, like she was getting the biggest fucking kick out of them yelling Steve. Like it was, and like I'll never forget it. It was the funniest shit ever. Like we just sat there. I just sat there like playing with the dogs. Me and Lindsay just sitting on the couch, like going, like, what the fuck are we watching right
Well,
now?
if you were to, yeah, actually, I think when I first heard that he was getting his own show or he had it already, I was like, so what does he do? Does he just get up there and people just yell Steve, and then he's like protecting people? He's like trying to separate people that just run from the audience onto the stage.
I'd been so detached from Jerry Springer at that point.
Well, yeah,
I
because
didn't realize that like every time he came up to break up a fight, the crowd would start yelling Steve.
Oh yeah, he became a meme.
Yeah, he became a thing, but that was like well after my days of watching Jerry Springer.
You know what I mean? Like, no, he was already. They were already doing that while Springer was like in peak, like popularity.
But I think like by that point, like I didn't, even if I stayed home sick, like I probably wasn't watching daytime TV at that point.
Well, I mean, they were saying this during the Jerry Springer show in reverence for him, but he didn't get a show until well after. Yes,
right. But like, I didn't
absolutely.
Did that on the Jerry Springer show. That's how much like because that had to have been it had to have become a thing after I stopped watching it. Mm-hmm. Because I don't remember that at all. Like I don't remember them being like Steve coming up, be like, "Oh shit, Steve!" Like you know what I mean? Like I don't even remember that being a thing. So,
it happened pretty early in the phenomena that was that show.
Was it? All right. So maybe I just missed it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
At least
that.
I mean, it was definitely during its peak, for sure.
Remember, like I'm pretty sure, like Brandon's grandmother used to watch it a lot, like during the summertime. And like we'd go to like Brandon's house and like I'd hang out with like Brandon and Jill and like we'd be hanging out and like their grandmother used to babysit for him a lot during the day in the summertime, and she would watch it all the time. And maybe it's just me. I don't know. I just don't remember it. I don't remember the Steve thing being a thing until after like till he got his own show. So maybe that's on me.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But let's pause here for 2 seconds.
I gotta piss as well.
All right, and I gotta make another drink. So
all right.
2-minute break.
Yep, we'll be right back, folks.
All right.
Well, I am back, folks. Just wait here for Joey to show back up. Get himself a drink. I hope you've all been having a good week since the last time we all talked to you. Holidays are coming up. Yeah. They were a little rough for me on my end, but yeah, I try to see my friends when I can for them. I hope you all can do that. Make the time to see your friends and family during these holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that shit. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So we might have some new shit coming for you tonight, guys. We'll see what happens. How much time we have left? We're just under an hour now, so we got some time. We both got some time, I believe. So I think we can probably both go another half hour or so before we call it a night. I'm fortunate enough to have a short week this week, which is nice. Can't complain about getting out early Wednesday. I believe we have a half day, and then I got Thursday and Friday off.
All right.
A quick shout out before we move on, but big ups to PBR for having Godzilla prominently on their cans now.
Really?
It's a design made by I believe the artist's name is Attack Peter. PBR regularly has like contests for like artwork. I didn't see this one in the summer, but I believe it won something because now it's like on all of them, at least within.
Dude, that's sick.
I saved the first one I got, which was I got at the Pondo like a month ago.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go grab a fucking 6er of PBR now.
Yeah, so they have them in like the 16 ounce, so pints, and now
in fucking dope.
Now they're in 18 packs.
Design, dude.
And it's good. It's good. Also, I don't know if you use Epic Game Store, Joey. I'm on there because of the free games you get each week.
I am not.
They have a officially licensed Toho Godzilla game on there that's free until Thursday.
Really?
It's like a puzzle game.
Okay.
And it's kind of cutesy, cozy looking. Like the figures are made. It's presented in a way where you're like playing on a. Like you're a kid playing with your Godzilla toys, essentially. But
cool.
it's like grid based, and you have turns, and you get to control different Toho monsters, and your objective is to stop the other creatures from expanding, like their dominance on
Voxel Wars.
Yes.
Consider it downloaded, sir.
Yep, it's 100% free right now.
Ooh,
and the music, dude, the first level you play, it's the
original theme.
Yes, it has all the official music in it. It's so.
Oh, I'm totally getting this.
It's a good quick puzzle game if you're into that. It's actually well made. Well, I mean, it looks all great. The premise itself is awesome, and you can do a run real quick, like just to kill a few minutes. I got like 4 minutes to do something, or like 20. You can just kill a little time doing it. It's fun. Figured I'd have to let you know about that because I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be free like tomorrow. When it was last Wednesday, and yeah, then I downloaded it on Thursday, played it for a bit, and am happy with it. It's solid.
Sweet. I'm literally making an account right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all you have to do is claim it, and then you can later download it. So it'll get added to your library, but not automatically downloaded unless you enable that feature. Yeah, Epic Game Store. I prefer Steam, but Epic, yeah, you get 2 free games a week. And
cool.
I almost always claim them even if I don't intend to download them, because then at least I have the license to it where I can install it if I want. It's a free game, and oftentimes they get like some top tier shit, especially around the holidays. Actually,
sweet. All right, well, it's downloaded, so installing it. Yep. All right, guess we're installing it now.
There you go. But yeah,
speaking of cool games, have you played Tempest Rising?
No.
It's basically it's a modern version of Command and Conquer. It was developed by a bunch of Command and Conquer fanboys. It was essentially considered a love letter to the Command and Conquer series.
Nice.
And it's actually pretty fun. I'm playing the campaign of it right now. And I started playing the campaign last night. I did like a couple skirmishes, like just to see like.
What was the name of it again?
Tempest Rising. So Tempest is just basically Tiberian, and Rising is it's growing, I guess. But it follows along pretty much identical storylines. Like there's
it looks. I mean, yeah, it looks just like Command and Conquer.
It's
like a modern Command and Conquer.
Yeah, it's like an updated version of it.
Which is fine because Command and Conquer is the shit.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, did they go back to using FMVs? The cutscenes? Dude, bring back Ric Flair.
Bro, bring back Ric Flair.
We need him drunk now, though.
What's his name from the Lost City of Zinj? Curry.
Tim Curry? Yeah, I mean, he's not doing the best health-wise, but...
Michael Ironsides.
Oh, Michael Ironside.
There was
Wait, isn't he dead?
Michael Ironside?
Michael... I think he might have died.
According to this, he is still alive. He's 75.
Okay. No, good. That's great. He's actually...
That is fantastic.
2 years younger than my dad.
Yeah, because you had Top Gun, Starship Troopers, obviously.
Right.
Those are the big ones. I mean, some would say Karate Kid was a big one, or Total Recall. Those are pretty big.
He's one of those character actors that are great in everything they do. I put him up there with like the Clancy Browns. Everybody should be familiar with him.
Oh yeah, he was in Free Willy.
Yeah.
Like name a movie Michael Ironsides has been in. You're like Free Willy. You're like fuck you.
His best fucking role.
Right?
He loved that whale, or he didn't. I don't know. I don't actually think I ever watched Free Willy, and I was right within that age range.
I definitely watched it when we were kids. It was definitely like one of those movies we watch at like somebody's birthday party.
If I did, it happened once, and it didn't stick with me enough where it was like I'm rewatching this like 1,000 other movies that I did back then.
Like do you ever watch I don't even know what the fucking name of the I don't even know what the name of the show is that Cam Newton's on with Stephen A. Smith now.
Oh yeah, that's funny though.
But like if you look at it, like there is some of the time like Cam Newton comes out and it's just like, bro, why is he looking like a general from a Command and Conquer cutscene right now? Like, what the fuck
or like he's dressing it as like Medea cosplay. He looks like a Tyler Perry creation.
He's such a douchebag. I fucking can't stand him. But great quarterback, but also just fucking douchebag. But
I mean, he was great for a time.
He was great for that whole season. You know, he had that 1 year where he won MVP, and then got his, the Broncos just dropped their dick on his shoulder and said, "Fuck you." And that was awesome. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
2015 no fly zone, baby. What's up?
Never forget.
But anyway, back to what we were talking about, because we transitioned from South Park all the way into like Daniel Perry in a matter of an hour. That was a pretty impressive conversation shifting, if I must say so myself. If you weren't paying attention to that, you had no idea what we were talking about.
And we didn't even have to blatantly point out segues. It was just like,
just naturally arose. It was like my penis after I pop a Viagra. It naturally arose.
And that's what we guarantee here at the adult table, folks. will have your side splitting and your pants splitting from your fucking boner.
This is true. I've started taking Viagra as a pre-workout.
Okay.
Because
it's
a vasodilator. So
it's all about blood flow.
Blood flow, right? Everybody's like, wait, don't you get hard? Like, doesn't that make you hard at the gym? I'm like, well, no, not unless I get horny. I'm like, it's a.
You're like, I'm always hard at the gym.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm always hard. I'm the glorious house of gains. You know,
you're like, no, that's the only thing that isn't different from me not taking it before.
I mean, I do have to say, like, there are days, dude, I go into the gym and like, and don't get me wrong, like, my wife is one of the more talented talents at the gym, and I am deeply thankful for that. But man, there is some serious talent in my gym, and let me tell you, a lot of what I don't know when gym attire became like basically like working out in next to or close to nothing as possible. But let me just tell you, I am fucking here for it. I love it. It is great. It's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, it makes even like girls like 5s look like 10s. It's incredible.
Well, yeah, because they're wearing the most minimal thing they can wear. That's still like, covering up everything.
Even like some of the way like these new leggings like stretch and like, and the way they're cut and like stitched together, like they pick your ass up and like make your butt look way better than it is. Like, dude, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's like the Wonder Bra, but for stretchy pants. Joey, stretchy pants. Cool. Progression of in technology of stretchy pants over the last decade has been second to none.
It's been second to none.
Under this administration, we'll see
nothing but that. It increased even more when I got into office.
We're gonna make BBLs illegal. They don't look natural anyways. You look stupid.
Oh my god, BBLs look so bad now. Like if you have a well done one, it's one thing, but if it's
those are few and far between, my friend.
It's bad. Some of these girls with the BBLs, I'm just like, you look like a cartoon.
You have like two beanbag, like if beanbags were water beds, it looks like that if they're not wearing like supportive pants for it. So it's just
there's two things I feel like that can really
and it's just way too exaggerated and unnatural looking. It just
and along the same lines of the BBL, and again because it goes with the exaggeration thing. And this is me being like super superficial. Like I don't even like commenting on the way people look because I feel like it's just so shallow. But
yeah,
between BBLs, especially if they're poorly done, and the lip injections, like some of these girls just take their lips just so far over like past the point of like what looks good. It's like, boo, sweetie, like that doesn't look good. Like I hate that. Like you literally look like you got those red wax lips on.
It's sad, and that usually is like one of the first steps into them getting other unnecessary facial work done, and now they look like a Bratz doll that was put in the microwave for
facts. The Bratz doll is a perfect fucking way to put it,
but melted.
Yeah.
In some cases.
Because at least the Bratz dolls were like, crafted to perfection to look exactly the way you want it.
But even when that is done right and executed well, it's still not natural. It's like, no, that's not what a person should look like.
It's cartoonish. Like it looks like I don't know, fucking I'm trying to think of like
oh dude, Jessica Rabbit wasn't born bad. She was drawn that way. Yeah, because she was drawn. She's not a real person.
But when they had who's the girl that played Jessica Rabbit in the real life one?
Wait, what you mean? Did the voice in the movie? That was Kathleen Turner.
No. Wasn't there a real life?
I mean, there's been a million cosplayers doing it. Officially in a movie, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a cosplay then.
Yeah, which there's been thousands, hundreds of thousands at this point. But I mean, if you want to see a real life Jessica Rabbit that didn't have any work done, look no further than in her prime Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense then.
But she didn't have any of that shit done. She was naturally curvy and maybe she had some, but not like she never had a BBL or breast augmentation.
No, I don't think Jessica Rabbit had a big fat ass anyway. She was kind of like big boobs. More like she was more like 1940s pinup girl.
Yes, a thinner waist than Christina Hendricks, but
Yeah.
but still a butt for that figure. It was a classic hourglass figure. Just
yeah. Right. So I get it. So like, I mean, the whole fucking like the whole over the top thing, like, and the one thing that I will say about this, like, see, the BBLs and the lips, those are like my two like biggest like. And the thing that kills me a lot of the times about it is like girls that do it. I'm like, damn, like you really didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
like, you looked really good the way you were, and then you did that, and now you look like a cartoon, and now I can't take you seriously. Which, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not dating him. I'm not married to him. I'm not sticking my dick in him.
But really you still hate to see it because it's like you didn't.
Yeah, it's like taking the Mona Lisa and you're like, fucking one of these climate change faggots throwing fucking red paint all over it. You're like, really?
It's like, what's her name? I can't even think of her name. Other than her screen name on The Boys, the girl that plays Starlight, Moriarty, Erin Moriarty. Now I remember her name. She had unnecessary work, like facial surgeries done, and now she's like bog pilled. She's got that horrible look. She had her nose done, her lips done, and like the fat sucked out of her cheeks, and she looks.
I don't know who this girl is at all.
She looks like a gaunt ghoul. When compared to when she started the show, she looked like a vibrant young woman with like natural beauty.
I'm having trouble even placing her.
Well, if you haven't watched The Boys, you wouldn't know her. I don't know what else she's been in. But she's good on the show.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, if you're seeing the comparison.
Yeah, I'm looking at before and after. Oh, my God. Yeah.
And that's only.
She looked great before.
And that's only within a couple of years. Like,
I mean, she doesn't look bad now, but holy shit.
But she's also not. She's only like 20-something. She didn't need to get that work done at all.
Right. That's the other sad part, too.
Completely elected.
You know why? And like, you don't know why people are doing it either, like their own insecurities and their own reasonings, whatever.
Well,
like,
within Hollywood, I can understand because you have to look good.
You have to look a certain way, be a certain way, whatever.
But to go to that extent, especially that early in her career, it makes no sense to me because it's like, no, you literally didn't have to do anything to yourself.
Right.
It's not like you were an aging starlet. You're in your 20s.
Right. Like I look at like I watched a clip from Cruel Intentions the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, Sarah Michelle Gellar was fucking fine. Like, god damn, she was fucking hot. Like, oh okay, I get it now. I remember like why she was like the hottest thing in the face of the planet for a minute.
I was more of a in terms of that age group of actresses, I was more of a Jennifer Love Hewitt guy.
Oh, there it is. Me too.
But I still like Sarah Michelle Gellar is definitely hot.
Jennifer Love Hewitt was my number one. And then what's her name that played Nadia in American Pie?
Oh, Shannon Elizabeth. I still have the Playboy that she was in.
Fucking unbelievably hot. Like those two, like her and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Have you seen Jennifer Love Hewitt lately?
She looks, dude. She
little chunky now. And
yeah, she had like 3 kids, but she's owning it, and she's thick, but she's not. I wouldn't say she has like a mom bod, but she put on the weight, but she's carrying it well. She doesn't
look like she's like I'm A-list Hollywood.
Well, she's not trying to be.
Right, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, you look even better, like than I ever thought you could. Like, and she's got those monstrous, massive milkies.
Still,
those fucking straight scuds.
Oh, natty.
Just fucking love them. Fucking boss hogs. Straight Wilbers. But
big plompers.
She's got fucking Ben Shapiro's sister titties.
Oh but, man. Let me bust out the Manischewitz for that. Havla. Nagila Havla.
Mazel tov. But no,
it's a real mitzvah in here now.
Who would you put? Because like if you go back to like the early '90s, right? Like you had, or like late '90s, early 2000s. I mean,
Pamela Anderson, Daisy Fuentes, Jenna Jameson, Tara Patrick.
Well, I was gonna. You just went straight porn stars. I was gonna say actresses.
Well, I named. Are they not all actresses?
Actress is still an actress.
I named some porn, but and then
Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
As far as like legitimate movies, yes.
Not Shannon Elizabeth. that'd probably be my top 3. You know who else I fucking loved too?
Nev
was
Campbell.
What's her face from
Liv Tyler.
No.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Nope. The second one, the blonde.
Oh, Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. Loved Heather Graham.
Oh, of course.
Huge crush on Heather Graham.
Yeah, she's still out there doing nude scenes.
And you can't forget about fucking Cameron Diaz either. She was absolutely. And then Selma Hayek.
Oh, God tier.
Dust Till Dawn put Selma Hayek
Jesus Christ
in a level that I don't think most human beings can.
I wore the copy out of my VHS copy of From Dust Till Dawn so much.
You know that Quentin Tarantino wrote that scene where she pours the liquor down her, and then he takes the shot like off her foot,
just so he could do that.
Just so he could do it. Like he wrote that
because it wasn't even his movie; it was a Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, he wrote that in. He was like, you know what we need to do? We need to do this so I can take a shot off Selma Hayek's foot, which is fucking amazing.
He probably saw her in costume on set for the first time. He was like, oh, I know what I want to do. And I think feet are gross. But if it was Selma Hayek, in peak Selma Hayek right there, and given the opportunity, and she was like, yeah, you can do that, I'd be like, well, yeah, of course I'm gonna do.
You know who Heather Graham kind of reminds me of now, or like who reminds me of Heather Graham is the girl, that dorky, annoying girl from Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm talking about? The blonde.
Yeah, the one who actually. Yes, I mean, I never watched. I know who you're talking about.
Not the main. Not
No, not Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah, not her, but the other
Penny.
one.
Penny's her character's name.
Yeah, not Penny, the other one. But like if you look at her,
yeah,
like,
the one with the glasses.
Yeah, she looks wicked dorky in the show. Then you see her like on our Instagram, and you're like, wait, what?
Like, yeah, and she also isn't anything like her character in real life.
No,
like,
not at all.
She's just like a normal person.
It's like what's her name from The Office?
I didn't watch The Office. I know the names. Office? No, I watched Parks and Rec.
Oh, Parks and Rec. Oh, I was watching Parks and Rec earlier. Parks and Rec is great.
Ron fucking Swanson.
Ron fucking Swanson is the best, dude. It is one of the best characters ever. No, The Office was
Yeah, I never got into it.
What the fuck was her name?
I know who some of the characters' names are just through osmosis because of how,
Angela from The Office. If you look at Angela,
I know Angela from Who's the Boss.
Angela Kinsley is the actress's name.
Oh.
And she plays a super prude. She's the one that's like she's like married like dates Dwight.
Oh, the one that the meme and like she shows up.
Yeah,
and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that one. Like if you like look,
yeah, she's a good actress.
Her in real life, like in the show, she's a super fucking like annoying,
stone cold, weird freak,
prude.
like bitch.
Prude, like does nothing but missionary, and that's it. Like that's the only thing. But then you like see her like on Instagram and like her shit, and you're like, wait, what? Like, holy shit, that's fucking Angela. Like, it's such a bug out to see. But yeah, no, that girl from that's who Heather Graham she kind of reminds me of like a young like Heather Graham when Heather Graham was hot.
No, dude, newsflash here. Heather Graham is still hot.
Still hot, yes, still hot. But yeah, those are like I think that would probably be like my top 5 from back then because like. I liked, Daisy Fuentes was always like way too like ditzy for me.
Still though, man.
And Jenny McCarthy was too ditzy. Pam Anderson, that's a different story. Pam Anderson's kind of like, but I feel like Pam Anderson's kind of like she's like the Ron Jeremy. You know what I mean? Where it's like, we get it. You're the king. We all fucking.
That's why I like Jenny McCarthy more than her because Jenny at least had her personality and she was allowed to let it, shine.
Wow, Heather Graham's 55 and she still looks that good.
She was in an H.P. Lovecraft story, a movie adaptation a few years ago, and yeah, she gets fucking naked in it. Sweet. She still looks great.
I mean, yeah, I always loved Heather Graham. I thought she was super fucking hot.
Oh, I mean, without question.
One of my favorites. But yeah, I think that would probably be my top 5 from that like era. And then that's not a clue because then like if you go back to like prime Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and all that kind of shit, then you start getting into like a different like level of like because like at the time it was okay, but looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, prime Britney Spears, and they're like, yeah, she was 16, and you're like, oh fuck, like that's not right. Like,
yeah, but at the time,
when I was 14, it was cool. You know what I mean? Because she was older than me, is older than me. But now, like looking back at it, I'm like,
she's like a year or two older than me, even. So when she's
yeah,
dancing around in the schoolgirl outfit, me getting a boner over it wasn't weird because it's like, no, she's older than me.
facts, big facts. Like, and that was fine. Like, same thing with what was the other one that the forgotten pop tween singer there?
Mandy Moore.
Candy Moore. Thank you. Yeah, like Candy, Sweet Like Candy, whatever the fucking song was.
And she went on to do some movies. I think
she had a pretty successful little career,
but she didn't do the whole "I'm gonna be a bad girl now that I'm 18."
No, she didn't go and like make out with Madonna on stage for clout. You know?
Yeah, she didn't go whorish, which is what almost all of them do.
You know, we don't hear about any today. Mandy Moore, which means she's probably like mentally stable and has a decent life.
I think, yeah, she's like a happy mom and just
she's not Britney Spears filming herself doing dance routines with fucking kitchen knives and a fucking thong bikini. That
doesn't need her dad to oversee her finances because she isn't capable of doing it herself. I mean,
don't get me wrong. If Britney Spears broke into my house right now, I was like, "You're having sex with me," I'd probably have to tell her, I'd be like, "Listen, babe, I know this looks bad, but that's Britney Spears. Like, I know she's crazy, and I know this is probably going to end in me getting, murdered somehow, and end up a lampshade in a creepy basement. But
mathematically, I have to do it. Like,
that's like pop, like that's early 2000s pop star royalty right there. I gotta stick my dick in it. Got to do it.
If the odds were if I were a betting man, yeah. I'd have to go all on me doing this right now because it'd
be like if Freddie Prinze Jr. showed up to my house and was like, my mom was like, I gotta bang him. I'd be like, all right, I get it. He's only 5'7", so my wife wouldn't do that, but nonetheless, like,
hey, easy there.
Get it, Well,
I resemble that height.
Like say Channing Tatum showed up, I'd be like, all right. Hall pass you get. Go ahead. I can't stop. If it's an A-lister, you got to let it lie. You just got to let it slide,
Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be a hall pass, it better be worth it.
See, like, my hall passes would probably be like, I'd be like, no. Like, I want a hall pass for, like, Rochelle Ryan. Like a porn star. Like, I don't want to. Because, like, God forbid you end up with, like, some prude like Mariah Carey, and you're like, oh, I want to bang Mariah Carey. And she's like, ew, like stop doing that. Ew.
No, I only procreate with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and like they're like all like, they're lame as fuck. Like that would suck. That would have to be would that not be the most disappointing thing ever? Like you finally get to bang like your ultimate dream girl, and she is just a fucking dead fish prude. Like just sucks. Like the worst lay you've ever had. Like imagine like
that would probably fuck me up for a little while.
Yeah, like any female that you could possibly like you fantasize about when you were in like, middle school and high school, like prime Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, whoever it might be, Selma Hayek, who gives a shit. And then you finally get the chance to bang them, and it is the most disappointing thing that ever. Like, I can't imagine there being like a worse situation. Like that'd be like getting to Disney World and being like, "Where's Mickey Mouse? Where's the castle?" Yeah. And you're just like, nope, it's just a parking lot. It'd be like Cartman, when he goes to Somalia. It's just like, the fuck? Like, what I mean? Like, everything is just like, you expect like this like great, grand, like this is going to be the best thing ever. And then you're like, well, this sucks.
Yeah, or it's like National Lampoon's Vacation and they finally get to Wally World and then it's just John Candy there saying, now we're close.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean you're closed?
The fuck you mean you're closed? That's why I think I would probably take the safer bet. Like I'd probably go with like, like a Rochelle Ryan, Jenna Hayes, Tara Patrick route, you know what I mean? Versus like an A-list celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Unless I heard some shit and they were like, nah, like, like Megan Fox is like gonna eat your ass. I'm like,
personally, I'd have to go with the wrestler Rhea Ripley.
That's
she's
solid.
Hot, and it based on her personality, both on and off camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, she fucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it would be such a waste, dude. Like, because imagine like you finally like, like you bag like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like somebody like like a Natalie Portman, right? Like just one of the hottest girls that's like just like super beautiful, super hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
Incredibly
she just wants
beautiful.
to sit there and just like and you're like her idea.
Come on, Natalie, open up your portal.
Yeah, her idea of like foreplay is like, I'm a dual citizen in Israel. And you're like, okay.
For stuffing.
For stuffing.
Miles Standish.
Stuffing mines. See, why can't we get that? Like, that's what I need out of South Park.
Exactly. Right, get it back to that shit. Not seriously. To get back to South, but god damn it, that was a good
Everything comes back to South Park. It always comes back to South Park.
And you know, it is doubly relevant this week because that was a Thanksgiving episode. So
it was. So I watched the Thanksgiving trilogy, the Console Wars trilogy.
Oh yes.
Game of Thrones thing. I think one of my all-time favorite like gags in this show is Cartman and the old man whose garden they're walking through, doing like the betrayal talks.
Oh yes.
And the old man just like comes out of the way. He's like, "Hey, get the fuck out of my garden." He's like, "Yeah, fuck you, dude. This is the garden of Andros." And he's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "It's my fucking garden. I'm gonna call the cops." Like, "Go ahead, call the fucking cops." And, he just and then like it gets to the end, like to the final one where like it's like he's with like Kyle and or Stan, and he's like, "He's lying to you." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "He's lying to you. He's walked a bunch of people through this garden already. And every time it's all, he talks of betrayal. He's just it's a double. He said he doesn't care, but it's a double bluff." And Carmen's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." Like, yeah. Stan's like, "Did Kyle know about this?" He's like, "He planned it." And then like Cartman and like the old man just getting like the standoff, and he's just like Cartman just like shaking, and he's just like, what is he's like, "Get the fuck out of my garden." He's like, "I'll take a shit in your garden." He's like, "Oh, fuck yourself." He slams the window. Like it was just like such an unnecessary beef. Like it was like it added nothing to the plot, to the story.
It didn't have to. It
was so fucking funny.
It's just a random thing that isn't like what Family Guy does, where it's a non sequitur. It still has something to do with the plot, but it doesn't matter. But it at least ties into it directly.
Why'd you just tell the whole world everything? Why'd you tell everybody what Prometheus was about?
Yeah.
"Why'd you get out of my garden? I'll take a shit in your garden. Go fuck yourself." And just slams the window. It was so fucking funny, dude. I was sitting there, I'm eating dinner with my wife, and that part came on. Like I'm just like sitting there, I took a sip of my wine, like, and I almost spit it out as I was fucking laughing so hard. That part never fails to make me fucking cry laughing. And like that whole trilogy was fucking amazing. All 3 episodes were absolute fucking masterpiece works of art.
Yeah.
But like that one little fucking exchange between Cartman and this guy that we've never seen before or since just completely steals the whole show for me. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, because it also does imply like that Cartman and this guy do have like some kind of a history, but they never touch on it, which is brilliant because it's just like
the best thing ever. Because it's like, nope, this is South Park. This is how we do things.
Mm-hmm. And man, I do hope they return to form.
I know they will. I think they just got to kind of work this. This is like a weird time for everybody, I feel, and everybody's just got to kind of work their shit out. And I feel like it's gonna come full circle, and we're gonna get out of this like rut that everybody's kind of stuck in. Because let's be honest, dude, the Trump derangement syndrome is getting thick. It's getting really bad with a lot of people. Like, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, it was, oh my God, people are going to go hungry on Thanksgiving. And, now all of a sudden it's like, all right, nope, they're not. And they're like, well, the Republicans almost starved people on Thanksgiving. You're like, no, they didn't.
No, and they didn't. And then they brought up the Epstein files, which is. Yeah,
and they were like, we got them, and they come up with 3 pages. And I said last week, I kept saying Virginia Guthrie like an idiot. It was Virginia something else French. I can't remember her name. The woman who testified, it was not Virginia Guthrie.
Virginia Baguette.
Yeah, whatever, Saint something or whatever her fucking name was. The one that was redacted from all the Epstein files, where they were like, "We got him."
Oh yeah, Trump's the one who
in the Epstein files, and then
exonerated Trump basically.
Yeah, and then immediately the next day, it backfired in their fucking faces. It's like, yeah, he was mentioned in the files for being a really nice guy, not touching anybody, and being exonerated. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton was mentioned in these files.
Yeah, and
you're like, oh boy, here we go.
It just proves further that they're never satisfied with anything, and they'll always try to move the goalposts in their favor, because they're like, well, we want the Epstein files. Well, here's some of it where, more is going to come. But so far, none of it implicates Trump in any kind of a bad way when it comes to human trafficking or sex worker stuff. Nothing of the sort. And even if it did, I'd be in favor of being released. And also, why wasn't it released earlier when Trump wasn't in office and the Biden administration and previous administrations even had access to it? You would think it would be something that would be brought up during the 2024 election, because that would be the ultimate kryptonite to Trump's campaign run. But no, isn't it curious it never came up last year? Especially after Biden lost that embarrassing attempt at a debate that he had. And then they, carted up fucking Kamala to do it. And why didn't they use it then? Oh, because he's not directly implicated in anything.
Because he's not on.
So damning.
I keep telling everybody, like, if Trump was actually implicated in the Epstein files, you would have known about it years ago.
Yes. 100%. Like 1,000,000%. It's not even close. It would... Again, that would be the kryptonite to him running for any position, let alone presidency. So it's completely not living in reality, but having a detachment from it to think otherwise.
But Trav, you and I, obviously we live in Massachusetts. A lot of our friends are libs, right?
Yeah,
it's a fact of life. We have to. How do you say, separate the art from the artist a lot of times when it comes to talking to some of our friends, because we know that, and I think I've done a pretty good job, I think, of cutting most people out of my life in the sense of, like, if you celebrated Charlie Kirk's demise, I think I made it pretty clear that, like, you would be celebrating my demise. So if you didn't like Charlie Kirk, you don't like me. And it's not because I was a big Charlie Kirk guy or anything like that. But
yeah, same. But
if you celebrate somebody who doesn't believe in the same things you do being assassinated, then you probably really don't like me that much either.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he was just like us in the sense that he was a man with a platform speaking his mind. Granted, correct. He had a much bigger platform than we do.
And he was much better at it than we are.
I mean, that's undeniable. But
not much better. He was just better. I wouldn't say that much better. We're pretty good. I'm going to give us a little bit of credit.
Yeah, I'm not denouncing us or trying to diminish. What
I honestly think if we had a Turning Point USA wall of people behind us, we could be the next Charlie Kirk.
Well, we didn't start at such a young age as him, and
we
gained as much traction at the right time.
Back when we were young, podcasting was like a thing that fucking retard nerds did. Like, that was like one of those things that you're like, if you do a podcast, it's so gay, And
now the Hawktaw girl has one for some reason. It's like
I literally have, I'm gonna go on Spotify right now and I'm going to see how many, I'm actually waiting for a couple new episodes of a podcast, a weekly podcast that I watch the drop or listen to drop. Let's see if it's dropped yet. Podcast and nope, it is not out yet. Oh, maybe it's not till tomorrow night. It's Tuesdays. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. So it won't be out till Tuesdays, but
that makes sense.
But yeah, I listen to mostly political story of the day type stuff. Like the Jerry Callahan show is one of my go-tos. The Dan Bongino show was one of my go-tos. I do like a couple of the girls. There's Haley Karania or whatever the fuck her name is pretty good. And there's another girl that does one that's pretty good. I just have a tough time listening to a female for like an hour plus. It's nothing, like, it's just the pitch of the voice just doesn't, I don't know what it is. Like, it's hard for me to stay focused on.
Well, maybe you need to start listening to trans women voices, because
maybe
are men.
And it's not that they're not good. I still do listen to them, and I like a lot of their talking points. it's just like if they could just get some like a guy to say, like if they could just take like, their hand, put up the ass of a guy, and like use that voice, it would be easier for me to listen to.
I get what you're saying to an extent, sure.
I don't know why. It's something about like the pitch, the tone. I don't know. It's like when I listen to like Beth Mowins call a football game, I'm like, I want to shoot myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no.
Hey, that's fair.
I mean, that's different because it's sports and like, not for nothing, but like Beth Mowins has never fucking put on a football helmet. So why is she calling my football game?
Yeah.
Not that that should be a requirement, but like you don't even have, anyway.
Yeah, most of the podcasts I listen to are hosted by men. They'll have like women guests on them, but they're not the focal point. So, you know, they're not talking.
I don't know why. Like,
time.
it's so weird. Like how like a woman guest doesn't bother me, but like a woman host, it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't hold my attention.
It depends on the content. Like if it's a good like true crime one and the host is good, I can listen to a woman narrate that because like a recent one that just ended because the case is now done.
Yeah,
is based on the Idaho co-ed massacre.
Oh yeah. Right.
And the host of that is a woman, and they have other women guests on it, but it's well produced, it's well narrated, where I don't get that fatigue. But I do understand what you're saying. Then again, I can have that with male hosts too, depending on who it is.
Right.
If they're not engaging enough, then I start to lose interest. But the shows I follow regularly, everybody is on point.
Nightly Scroll is the one that I listen to with I think it's whatever Haley's last name is, something Italian. Yeah,
Boca de Fagaccini.
Carania, Caronia is the last name. She's really good. And then there's another girl I listen to too who's really good. But like I don't know, like there's some like I don't know. There's something about them. Like I just don't like podcasts where they just sit there and they're like, you know, they sit there and they're like, yeah, so like this happened and like, what the fuck? Like that's so crazy. Like why would anyone think that? Like
yeah, I don't listen.
You know what I mean? Like I hate those shows where it's just like yeah, like it almost sounds like somebody's doing stand up. You know, like, have you seen this lately? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah, like, obviously I've seen that lately. Like, it's in the news every day. And then, like, make a joke about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, isn't that nuts? And you're like, yeah, but why is it nuts? Like, what's the point? Like, you're supposed to be educating me. That's the whole point of a podcast.
That's why I like Small Town Murder and Crime and Sports and Your Stupid Opinions, all hosted by the same two guys. They are comedians. But they're not bombarding you with, they're not reacting in that way. That, oh my God, that stupid shit. It's, they state so many facts and everything. Yeah, Crime and Sports.
All right, I'm going to follow Your Stupid Opinions.
That one you'll like. Crime and Sports you'll like too. Because they cover athletes that get in trouble. They just finished up, or about to finish up a long series on Billy Martin.
Nice.
Where they even mentioned where him and Mickey Mantle, when he shot a cow. Well, actually, Billy Martin shot several, and it was a joke played on him.
Nice.
On Billy Martin by Mickey Mantle, and Mickey Mantle's like, what the fuck?
So
we weren't supposed to shoot the animal.
Like, the reason why I listen to podcasts, right? And this is why, like, and I started doing, like, audiobooks on Spotify as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love to gain knowledge. I love knowledge, but I hate reading.
Yeah.
Like reading puts me to sleep. Like I have to force myself to read, right? Like I've got about like a stack of probably 10 books that I'm like halfway through. And I just can't bring myself to finish any of them because every time I'm like, oh, now would be a good time to read. I'm like, I open up the book, I sit in the chair on my couch, whatever, and I'm instantly out like a light. Like I'm just like sleeping.
No, that's fair, and I'm an avid reader. I love to read, but I totally can relate to that because it's like, well, shit, I don't actually need to sit here and read Blood Meridian if I have access to it on Spotify,
Right.
And it's read by somebody great. And also, that book has like 0 punctuation, and it's hard to tell which character is talking because Cormac McCarthy was a madman,
Mm-hmm.
but probably one of the greatest American novelists ever. And that everybody should at least listen to that goddamn book because it's fucking incredible.
So there's this book that I have.
So having that option is great.
I've had it for, I would say 6 or 7 years now, and I think I'm maybe about 60% of the way through it. It's called The Pentagon's Brain, and it's all about like DARPA and the think tanks and all this the military industrial complex and everything like that. And it's super fascinating material. Like, it is shit that I love. But holy fuck, is it one of the hardest fucking reads I've ever had in my entire life. Not because the material is difficult to comprehend.
The way it's written?
It's, dude, everything's a fucking acronym. And I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 letter acronyms for like different departments, different
So now
things.
You have to memorize that.
Yeah.
Just to know what the fuck you're following.
ARPA, SARPA, HARPA, fluke, and I'm like, fuck, what was this one again? Like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to the appendix, like trying to refer to things. Like, I'm so fucking, it's taken me so fucking long to read this book that I'm just like, you know what? I don't even know if I care anymore because this is so hard to read because I can't do the acronym thing. It kills me. Like, it just kills if I can get into like in a rhythm with reading and I can just start turning pages and be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, this is fascinating. Like, oh, what's on the next? What's coming next? What's coming next? That's good.
One more chapter.
But one more chapter. Fuck it. One more chapter. And next thing you know, like, I'm like my wife and I can rip through a book in a day and a half. Like, my wife will rip through books. It's crazy. Like, how fast she reads. And she loves reading. Like, and it's her thing. Me, I'm like, dude, I love this shit. I love the knowledge. I want all the knowledge that's in this book. But god damn, is it taking me a long time to acquire it.
It's not easily digestible in that way for you. And
yeah,
that's understandable, especially when you're dealing with all these branches and sub branches of
and even like
government and then all the acronyms involved. It's like somebody just read this to me and then maybe I can absorb it better.
Can someone just can you like just trim the fat out of this and just basically give me what's the Cliff Notes version? You know what I mean? Like,
I remember Cliff Notes.
Like, I can read Animal Farm in a couple of hours and be completely satisfied.
And be able to write a book report on it the next day.
And gain a lot from it. It was a great fucking book. But like some books like this, like the one I'm reading right now is the what's his face there? The oh my god. The hardcore conservative guy. Anyway, it's Killing Patton is the name of the book. He wrote the whole thing, like Killing Patton, Killing Lincoln, killing like all these different books. Was it Limbaugh? No, it wasn't Rush. It was Jesus Christ, Joey, get your shit together, you fat fuck. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Killing Patton.
This is Joey Fats looking up info. Break brought to you by Diabetes.
Bill O'Reilly. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly. Papa Bear.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly. So, like, I'm reading. So, like, I got through like the first chapter, and I'm reading about it, and it was like this. They're reading about you're reading about this assault on this German fortress. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. I'd never heard about it before. Like, I'd never heard of anything about this assault on this fort in Germany. When the war, as the war was coming to an end, until I read this book, and I'm like, whoa, I'm like, cool, like that's something I didn't know, yeah. And I pride myself, I thought I knew everything about World War II, like, you know what I mean, like I'm a World War II fanatic, like that was my whole like thing in high school, and then I'm reading, I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know this existed. I've read like 2 chapters of that book. I think I started it like 2 years ago at the beach, and I honestly don't even know where it is right now.
So you don't even know what happened?
No, I mean, I know the outcome of that because they wrapped that up in the first 2 chapters, that assault on that one fort. But like
ultimately, you didn't finish.
I didn't finish the fucking book like a fucking jackass. So I'm like, all right, I'm flying in a couple of weeks, which reminds me, I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks, so I won't be able to do the show. But
that's fine. Enjoy it, man.
I'll be in the Caribbean, getting sauced out of my tits probably hitting on some poor kid's mom. Did I ever tell you about that story when we were in me and my wife went on a cruise like 2 years ago, and we're in the elevator, and there's this chick, and she's got like her kid's probably like 14 years old, 13, 14 years old, like old enough to know, like, like he definitely gets a boner and jerks off, and and his mom, pretty fucking hot, like she had nice fake titties, and we're in the elevator with them. It's the mom, the kid, and me and my wife, and the mom's like, she's like, sweetie, she's like, just so you know, like, mommy's gonna go out at night, like, you're gonna have to find your own things to do, like,
I'm gonna stay the fuck out of the cabin.
Yeah, like, like, do this, that, whatever, like, go to your room, here's your room card, you're an adult, like, you're gonna be able to
mommy's a whore.
And I honestly just wanted to like put my arm around the kid and just be like, kid, I might fuck your mom later. That's what the code is here. Like, I might be your new stepdad by this time this week's over. Like, not like obviously kidding, but like my wife and I were sitting there listening to this conversation, and we're dying laughing. We're like, oh my God, we're like, this is fucking hilarious. Because it was the kid, his mom, and then come to find out, like we found out like the mom, it was her parents that brought them on the cruise because I think she was like going through a divorce. So like,
of course, Jesus Christ,
get her out, like get everybody, family vacation. Like the husband was supposed to be there, but he wasn't, and like all this other shit. And like we're just like, like listen, son, your mom's gonna be taking some fucking deep dickens this week.
Mom's on the she might as well have just let him off the elevator and then just started blowing whoever was.
And mom was a legit like 8.5 out of to 9. Like,
that's good.
Yeah, she was a smoke show. I was just like, and they were from the South too. So they had the accent and everything. And I'm just like, yo, I was like, bro, I was like, you're lucky I'm not like, because if I was like 18 years old, I'd be like, hello, son.
Hey, I hope you packed enough fruit snacks because I'm eating all of them, young man.
By the way, what's the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah.
But yeah. Where was I going with this? Anyway.
I'm gonna find your gamer tag and then harass you online, call you a fat.
Hey, remember that time
I fucked your mom? Exactly.
Is she pregnant?
You got a sibling since then?
Hey, that sibling you got 9 months later? Yeah, it's probably mine, you little fuck. Like,
the one that looks just like me and has a huge cock.
That thing, dude, that was so fucking funny though, because like we like kind of walked on the elevator as the conversation was already taking place, and we caught like I would say like probably like a third of the way into it.
They're like, oh shit, what did we just walk into?
And she's like, listen, she's like, you're gonna go out, like go have fun, you'll make some friends. It's the first day of the cruise. And like obviously the kid's got like his headphones on, his phone, like he's like, like, oh damn it, mom, like what am I gonna do? This is so boring, like whatever. Should go make some friends, go hang out, like I'll give you you can go play in the arcade, do whatever you're gonna do, whatever. She's like, mommy's gonna go out at night, and like she's like basically saying like, mommy's gonna go out at night, mommy's gonna go make friends and hang out with people and have things to do, and I might not be back in my cabin until late, or at all. And I'm just like, bro, I was like, your mom is going to get horsed down so hard.
100%.
And like, I could see like the kid was actually like, it was registering to him what she was saying, which was the funniest part because the kid's just like, oh man, like, fuck, like, damn it, mom, like don't fucking tell me that. Like
yeah, you just gave me some money and I can just do whatever I want on this giant floating casino and amusement park. But in the back of my mind, all I'm gonna be thinking about is you with your ankles behind your head.
Getting absolutely plowed. And like I saw her a couple of times like in the clubs like at night, and I was like, I think me and my wife estimated she at least had like at least 4 or 5 different guys at least during the week. Like we think we obviously weren't there.
Yeah, but you can't. No kills confirmed, but you can.
But we were like, I don't know.
I mean,
they were pretty friendly when they just got in the elevator and went down.
At least these 5 seem to be.
Like, and we know what floors 6, 7, and 8 are. Those are all just living quarters. So.
Yeah, you know the lay of the land there.
We've we've seen a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
So get onto the elevator on one of those floors, carrying her shoes, and
it was definitely a walk of shame done at some point. But yeah, it was funny as shit, dude. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this cruise because my wife and I, the last time we went by ourselves was 2 years ago. Last year we went with her whole family, and it was awesome. It was a great time. The time before that, her and I went by ourselves, and like we love like going around, like we'll people watch. We end up making friends everywhere we go anyway. But
yeah,
you know, because like we'll find like another couple or 3 or 5 that are our age ish, and you know, you run into the same people at the same spots, and you're like, hey, you're cool, we're cool, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And it usually ends up being funny. And then we ran into this one older couple 2 years ago. They were like probably old enough to be our parents actually. And they were like, and we're talking to him, and the husband of the couple looks at his wife and he goes, they're one of us. And we were like, what? And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, they're definitely one of us. And we were like, oh, Trump? They're like, Trump.
One of us.
And they were from like New Jersey. So it was like, we kind of were picking up what they were putting down, but like we weren't sure. And then he called it out, and we were like, yeah, one of us. And it was fucking hilarious, dude.
So it was unspoken up until that point, but it was just like the vibe was there. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it with politics, but like, you know.
Right, yeah, everyone here is on vacation.
But to my point about like how like I've cut people out of my life, I feel, you know, from the Charlie Kirk thing, I have been invited to 0 Friendsgivings this year. And I know a bunch of my friends that have hosted Friendsgivings, and I haven't been invited to them. Which I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if that's the reason why. I'm also not mad by any stretch of the imagination.
I've never been to one because none of my close friends actually fucking do that.
Well, one of my our closest friends, like my wife's best friend and Sean, who does the show, they hosted one, and we busted their balls about it. Because they hosted a Friendsgiving, but it was more like for the kids. So it was like their friends who have kids. It wasn't like because they're like, oh yeah, we're doing Friendsgiving, then we're gonna host Thanksgiving, and we're like, oh, you're doing Friendsgiving, huh? And they're like, yeah. We're like, cool, where's our invite? And they're like, and like immediately like their faces drop. They're like, oh no, it's not like that. Like, no, not like that. We're like, cool, guess we're not fucking friends then. Like, sorry we invited you guys over for, you know, all this shit. And they're
actually, I know what you're saying, but I actually did have friends that would do Thanksgiving, where they would just put on Thanksgiving in the background on a loop, and then we'd play drinking party games. So Beirut, drinking Jenga, Flip Cup, that sort of thing. But that ended probably about like 10 years ago.
Back when everybody had kids.
Well, they had kids then, and they still do now. But it was when the kids were younger. Now they're 10 years older.
So my wife and I were talking about doing we wanted to, like we used to host like a Christmas party. Like we used to do like a Christmas party in like early mid-December.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like and Lauren and I like we like to host, but we also hate to host because it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
like when I did my party,
the cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, I did a cookout back in July for my 40th. My birthday's in January, but who the fuck wants to celebrate a birthday in January? So we celebrated it in July, and we did a cookout, and it was just like, you know, friends, you know, close friends and family, mostly family, and everybody came through, and I think I got to talk to like 10 people the whole day because I was on the grill. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm
hosting.
I'm hosting.
You're taking care of everything.
Yeah, it's work, and you're like, fuck, like. I'm like, all right, got to get the picanha on. Like, the ribs are coming off. Like, I got to do this. I got to do that. Get the lobster rolls out of the fridge. Like, do all this shit. And, like, we had a pretty dope fucking spread. Like, I mean, I had chowder. Well, the chowder went bad, which pissed me off.
That sucks.
Something happened. I don't know what happened. The chowder turned. I have no idea why. The cream curdled in it. Something happened.
Left it out in the sun for too long.
Oh, dude. It went bad overnight. I don't know. It was fine when I went to bed. And when I woke up, it was terrible. I was like, fuck. But we did like lobster rolls, beef ribs, picanha, burgers, dogs, like the whole fucking nine. Like I had a pretty dope spread.
That sounds great, yeah.
And we had a really good turnout.
Dude,
but dog,
lobster rolls alone, that's like, all right, well, you already won.
Yeah, I mean, they were like little fingerling lobster rolls. You know
sure,
what I mean?
But still, it's lobster. Like,
but they were my lobster rolls, which are the best lobster rolls. But nonetheless, so anyway, long story short, the best. Some say are the best lobster rolls. I don't say that. I don't say that at all. But some people say that. And it was a great time. But like, dude, I had like 5 minutes. I felt like my cousin and her girlfriend like came and went. And I feel like I talked to them for like 30 seconds. Like they came in, I said hi. They went and mingled for a little bit. And then they were like, all right, we're leaving. I'm like, you just got here. And they're like, that was 3 hours ago. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I haven't left this grill. I mean, I burnt my eyebrows off, singed my beard, like, you know, charcoal grills.
But hey, everybody fucking ate well.
Everybody ate well. And it was a fun time. And then when the night was done, when the cooking was done, and like it thinned out a little bit, and then that's when the real people like stuck around. You know, not the real people, but like the ones that don't have kids and like didn't have to like, you know, have obligations and live a life.
Yeah, the ones who had time.
That's
AKA me right now.
Yeah, and that's when I got fucking floored, and I was just like, fuck yeah, and like we broke out the whiskey and the tequila, and and then like 1 a.m. and we're just like banging out like fucking Rob Zombies blasting through my backyard at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're just like,
dig through the ditches and burn with the witches.
So like I'm gonna dig through all these ditches and burn through all these witches. I'm just like throwing fucking pallets into the fire. I'm like, oh, you know, this is 40, bitch.
But I finally made it.
I made it. Another milestone.
God damn, I wish I was dead.
Can't wait for death's sweet embrace.
Oh man, why'd I do all this?
Yeah, but it was fun. But it's funny. But like this year, I think I'm gonna have it catered because
hey, if you can, why not? It saves you the time.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna cost me as much. It'll probably actually save me money and time. So,
I mean, it will absolutely save you time.
Time, 100%. But and I don't think like the amount of money I spent on that party. I mean, I spent, dude, the chowder alone was like $300,
and it went bad
because and I make really, 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 really awesome chowder. Like I went and got steamer clams from Kyler's to add to it. So like I do like the canned shit, and then I go and I get the clams,
some fresh ones,
put them on a cookie sheet in the oven, open them up, shuck them, put them in there. Like, I mean, my chowder is fucking legendary, dude. Like, my chowder is like the chowder that everybody like. They're like, "Oh no, that's the best chowder." Some say it's the best. I will say it's the best.
Well, here's the only time you'll ever hear me say, "Joey, I want to taste that cream of yours."
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure you can invite this year because this year I think it's gonna be a little bit bigger. But yeah. So like but my wife and I were talking about doing a holiday party, and we were like, but like it's such a pain in the dick. And then you're like, fuck. And then like last year I do a Super Bowl Eve every year, Super Bowl Eve party. Because everybody's got like something to do on Super Bowl Sunday.
So or some people have to work early and
I do Super Bowl Eve. And there's usually a big UFC fight on that night. And I do it for like the league. It's the end of the year party for my fantasy football league.
Sure, and that makes sense.
You know, get all the guys together. So we, usually get together, play poker, hang out, whatever. And then it's kind of morphed into like this bigger like kind of thing. Now I got like a bunch of people come over and hang out, my neighbors, a couple of people from work and shit.
It's more of a non-specific gathering now, and
exactly. Just like, hey man, like it's a fucking Super Bowl Eve party. Come by. Mm-hmm. And I did Rose Alley Wings last year and Faye's Pizza.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And it was like $500, but I was like, I didn't have to cook, and I got to hang out the whole night. I was like, that was worth it.
Yeah,
totally worth it.
Yeah, just walk around every once in a while. Hey, you need another drink or fucking whatever.
I got a full bar downstairs, so everybody's just like, I'm like, here's the bar. Here's where all the liquor is. Find something you like. Do what you want with it.
Have at.
And but it was fun because I ended up one of my friends accidentally ate the suicide. He did the suicide sauce from Rose Alley on accident. He was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Ooh, yeah, be careful. That one's got a bit of a stinger on it."
Yes, it does. Although, Rose, it depends on who's in the kitchen that night because the sauces can vary. I've I've gotten
I don't know,
buffalo like mild
their
or like
suicide
medium,
sauces
and it
always.
was way hotter than usual.
Yeah, the suicide sauces. I think Rose. I usually do the hotness. I think is their what they call it.
I
The
go with the
hotness.
one just below lava or whatever, like hot or whatever. It
Yeah, I think that's the hotness. I think that's the same one where it's like it gives you just enough to like know that you're eating something spicy, but it's not like
it's not unbearable. Yeah,
painful.
you're not.
The suicide sauce is like the lava sauce is insane. Oh no, it's lava. It goes suicide lava. Hotness, I think, is Rose.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, the hotness is usually what I get because that's like it gives you like, yeah, you're eating a buffalo wing, but you're not dying.
yeah, you're not trying. It'll
Lava
open
is
up your
too bad.
sinuses a little bit, but it's
Suicide is just insane. Like that shit is just
yeah. I don't want to eat anything that I'm
that's
gonna
like
need
crank-worthy.
lactose involved to mitigate the damage here. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate the people that can do it. I used to be able to do it for a while. I was like on a hot sauce kick where I could fucking crush anything.
oh, same, but it's just.
But then I was just like, dude, I'm like, this isn't even fun.
No, it isn't, because now you're not eating for the sake of eating. It's just torture, and it's not It's just heat. It's not even spice. It's straight up heat.
Spice melange.
It's the spice melange. What you know about sandworms and shit?
So you know what's funny is that like they I guess they call in prison. They call K2 spice.
Yeah, that's been its street name for a while too.
Yeah, well, they never really got into like they call it. Well, it's like spice or deuce, and
yeah, because of the two, and yeah, it's just synthetic weed that will destroy your liver.
yes, and so we have a very long story short. I won't get into work shit, but we have a very a huge epidemic of it right now, and I can't say too much on it, but it fucks dudes up like.
Yeah, because it's not weed. It's
yeah, they like get frozen. Like they'll do we call it the Mass Ave wobble. You know what I mean? Where they like just they get frozen. They're like, and they can't move, and it's wicked funny. And it's usually it's funny until they get combative. Then guess it depends on your level of funny. It's still funny.
Well, in your case, then you're like okay, and then you just ease them down to the ground and sit on them, and then they don't move.
I put in my report. I guided him to the ground.
Yeah, just like how Pedro Martinez gently guided Hans.
Yeah, Zimmerman
to the ground. Otherwise, he would have taken a really nasty fall.
I guided inmate so and so to the ground with an authoritative manner.
Maybe leave that last part out.
Yeah, well, somebody used one of my buddies, one of my buddies had to write an addendum for a use of force report, and he used Chat GPT to do it, and it's on my fridge downstairs. It's one of the funniest fucking things.
In an authoritative manner.
I'll send it to you. It's fucking hilarious.
I mean, your position is an authoritative one, so
we are
by default. Anything you do is an authoritative thing.
Yeah, we're here to correct. That's what we do.
Yeah,
I can't speak too much.
If they don't come correct, you make sure they do.
Just damn right. Well, all right, we good there? We can leave it there. I gotta piss again and make another drink and watch the end of this Monday Night Football game, which apparently
I think that and we didn't touch up on the second subject, but I don't think it really matters that much. It just X having that thing where you can now see
the location
based out.
Let's put a pin in that. We'll talk about it Monday because I feel like as the week goes on,
we'll see more
is coming out, like, and especially now, like, and I'm waiting to see what happens with that little faggot Harry Sisson.
Well, he was born in like Thailand, and I already saw some of the things where
his origin story is going to get pretty fucking hilarious.
Well, that's interesting, and I think he's still based in Canada.
Yeah.
Which a lot of them are, and overseas and in other weird countries, like a lot of right-wing accounts as well.
Yeah. No, and I'm all for it. Like,
but nothing really, nothing official within the administration.
Live in America, I don't care about your opinions on America. Like,
no, most of these people aren't American based. So it's.
They're all just
one of them
awesome.
is literally called the Frenchie, so he's always had it out there that he's from France.
Right.
But all he posts about is American politics.
Like, the Frenchie, like, that could just be like somebody who's of French heritage. Like, I could call myself the Irishman because I'm 98% Irish.
Well, I mean, even before this feature was made public, he was always saying he is from France.
Right.
So it's why do you care about American politics? All of his posts are about American politics. Yeah. So it's like, what? Your opinion's beyond irrelevant.
Shut the fuck up, Frenchie.
Just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you for the help in the past, but
thanks for the help during the revolution. We've bailed you out twice since then. Go fuck yourself.
Nobody's needed you other than your own citizens.
Yeah, honestly, if France dissolved tomorrow, would anybody care? No. No one would miss them. We'd be like, oh no, the people who brought us the Maginot Line are gone. Rats.
The French.
Oh, oui. I'm a
Jacques Cousteau, baguette. I use up all of my French.
We would miss out on some pretty decent cheese, wine, and rape. That's all.
Wait, I am French. I eat babies, of course. And I drink pee.
Hey, so we. I smoke 17 cigarettes at dinner time.
Oh, look at me now. I'm a mime.
And I have the long little stick that smokes the cigarette for me. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I hate the French.
It's pretentious. Smoke your cigarette like a real man.
Seriously, fuck the French. Honestly, it's one fucking country in Europe that I'm just like, no, fuck you. Like,
some of their food is okay, but other than that,
I respect the English more than I do the French, and that's coming from an Irishman.
Yeah, and the English are just the
cunts.
A bunch of inbreds and.
Bloody hell, my lunch was in that hat.
Oh, what's all this then? God damn it.
Big Ben.
I think that's a good place to end it off on because,
Yeah, let's do that.
America's better than Europe.
And always. And forever.
Always, forever. Exactly. So, yes, we will be taking a couple weeks off, folks.
No, I'll be here Monday. Well, a week from tonight, I'll still be here.
Okay.
So we'll still do next week, and then I think the following week I'm gone.
Hey, that's fine, man. You take the time when you need to.
But even if not, if I'm not gone, then we'll definitely be here.
Hey, I'll plan on being here next week, as always. So thank you, everybody and anybody that did watch and listen to us talk shit for 2 hours at this point.
Good time. I had enjoyed this. This was fun.
No, this was a good one, and it flowed very well.
Always does.
Free-flowing one. Oh, yeah, it frees just as easily as my piss that's about to happen because I got to go.
Same.
All right, brother.
All right, bud. I'll see you next week.
You know it. Later.
Peace.